trip on the ferry to the Sunshine Coast. We take care of some business and meet up with some friends. Famous Molly's Reach, where the Canadian show Beachcombers was filmed. Gibson's, British Columbia. Time to grab some food and have a little picnic at the Seashell Beach. We'll show you the first house that we built just down this street. This is the pathway my girls used to go down to the beach, collect oysters and clams, and cook them on the beach. This is the view from our first house here in Seashell, looking up Seashell Inlet, Snake Bay. The back of our house had a view up Seashell Inlet. That turret upstairs was our bedroom, downstairs was the living room. The lucky owners of our first house.
Love it.
I'm glad they have a family and they're looking after it. So this is our first house Andrew and I built, just the two of us. I mean, we actually did all the manual labor, physical.
My goodness.
We also owned this waterfront lot that was about 10 lots down from the house we just showed you. It had a great view up Seashell Inlet. One of the acreages has a new log home being built. It has a tree trunk with roots hanging down from the trusses. Weird. The rest of the neighborhood was park, farmland, and gravel roads, and my girls were able to play freely and safely in this whole area, overlooking Seashell Inlet. Now we're coming up to our last house that we just sold here on the south side of Seashell, looking over towards Vancouver Island. Oh, there she is. There's our house. And the day on the coast ends. Back onto the ferry we go. 9 p.m. sailing. Hello. The first half of this video was done on the iPad, and today, Friday, I've taken out the new camera. It's a Canon M5, and I got a new muff. It's quite a bit better muff than the first muff I had on the camcorder. We also got a recorder, a voice recorder. If I'm recording Andrew and it's a little bit further away and there's some wind, he can actually record himself on here as I'm filming, and then we can use it to overdub it, and then our voices will match. Also got a lapel pin. It needs to plug into the camera, so it's only good up to 6.5 feet. So the second half of this video that you're going to watch today, and our trip down to Shannon Falls and the view of Squamish Inlet, is done on this camera. So we'll see what it's like. To me, the color's looking better on the iPad, but I'll have to see when I put this onto the editor what it's going to be. Let me know what you think. Stability doesn't seem as good as this on my Sony 4K camcorder. It says you can get a lens here that has a stability in it, an add-on lens to it. I'm just going to try this right now, keep the cost down, and let me know what it's like. The piece of granite here is called the Squamish Chief. It is a famous climbing rock, or a popular climbing rock.
This is Shannon Falls behind me. This is a stump from an old cedar tree. And this here for springboards. So they wanted to cut higher up, and they used hand saws for this, way up there. This is probably 100 years old, this cut.
The ocean behind me is green because of glacial runoff.
The mountain with a little bit of snow on it is remnants of an old glacier.
Here's some wild blackberries, one of my very favorite berries. They're kind of a raspberry-like fruit. They grow all over the lower mainland wild. They're delicious. Just the black ones are ripe.
Yeah, they're coming into season right now, the end of July. August is pretty well primed, beginning of August.
Blackberry pie.
The red on the water is an algae bloom called red tide.
This is my brother Charles and his lovely wife Cynthia.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Wave Riders.
Remember to like, subscribe, and share.